here's a presentation on cross-cutting issues. It's a bit less complex and also less impactful on what the scoring will be. We follow these cross-cutting issues for internal purposes, but it is of course important if it forms part of your topic to make sure that you're complying with it. Right. And we have two of them. One is called SSH, Social Sciences and Humanities. Second one is called Responsible Research and Innovation, RRI. Now, please note that it's not the same as multi-actor approach, because multi-actor approach is in full part of the topic description. So it really counts, and you saw that in the evaluation criteria. It will really be evaluated as such. While here it's indeed something that could be mentioned as a minor shortcoming or something, but it's much less impacting all the different criteria as what we have under multi-actor approach. So I start with the first cross-cutting issue, social sciences and humanities, and the text speaks for itself. The proposals must take account of the social, economic, political, legal, behavioral, institutional, historical, and/or cultural dimensions of a given issue. So it all depends very much on the topic. Maybe in our societal challenge, it's not always relevant, but you will see that in the topic description, because if it's required, you will see that in the topic, and you will need to see if it is appropriate according to the proposal that you are drafting, and you can argue about that in your proposal. Now, of course, what we want is that sufficient contribution and integrating these SSH competencies, as you see them in the first bullet point, that is done. So I don't think this is too difficult to understand. Same thing with RRI, Responsible Research and Innovation, is another cross-cutting issue where, and there we come a little bit closer to multi-actor. In fact, in the last bullet, at the end of the slide, you already see that all projects that are genuinely multi-actor are automatically RRI, because they fulfill everything what RRI wants and do even more. So responsible research and innovation means that societal actors, researchers, citizens, policymakers, business, third sector organizations, etc., work together, and here we have this work together already, during the whole research and innovation process, see similarities, in order to better align both the process and the outcomes with the values, needs, and expectations of society. So you see, we want to align the process, the outcomes, with the needs of society, and that's the big difference. We are looking towards impact. Will end users really apply in multi-actor approach the results of the project? Here we are looking to what society is expecting, and this is something else. They can have different values, they can have different needs. So take a good look at the definition. It's not the same. For instance, under societal actors, we don't see end users. There's an etc. So end users, of course, are also societal actors. But for us, for multi-actor, the real focus is there. While here it's much broader and softer, but it goes a little bit in the same direction. In practice, RRI is implemented as a package that includes, of course, multi-actor, and also then this societal public engagement in research and innovation, enabling easier access to scientific results, take up of gender and ethics in the research and innovation context and process, and formal and informal science education. So it was a cross-cutting issue that existed before we made a multi-actor approach, because we felt this was not enough helping us with having impact from our project. But it is really an interesting concept, in particular for society. And it's for multi-actor projects automatically, but for another number of projects. And here I'm thinking more about projects that have like a political dimension or more macroeconomic studies or whatever. There it could be quite useful to have this in the project description and to take that into account. If it's multi-actor, obviously it's RRI. So that's about it. There's not much more to say about it. It's quite short. I thank you for your attention.